can change it when we're live.
Yeah. Just do whatever. Yeah, it's totally cool.
We are live. It is totally cool.
Oh, yeah,
Hey.
totally cool, folks.
Hello, everybody.
I mean, we're not just cool. We're kind of hot, honestly.
Well, not this weekend in Minnesota. It's freezing.
I'm not talking about outside. I'm talking about our inside.
Hey, it snowed in Michigan.
Hey, I'm sexy on the inside, which is where it really counts.
Yeah.
Well, sure.
So it is our Mother's Day weekend. I know by the time the audio airs, Mother's Day will be over, but happy Mother's Day to anyone watching.
Which is sad because it's a Mother's Day without brunch buffets.
I know that is
sad.
I have a long. Can you hear Renee behind me?
No.
Nope.
Okay, because I can hear Renee behind me. So
okay, but we can't. You're good.
I just wanted to make sure that all of YouTube can answer that too. That they cannot. Cool.
Hi guys. Maren and Lily.
Hello.
Snowing in Ohio.
Snow. Yeah, I know. I think we're gonna get snow Sunday, and that's scary to me.
Is it? Are we gonna get snow? I don't know. I just know
it's not gonna stay, but still. Oh.
It's snowing in Ohio right now.
Yes, it snowed in Michigan earlier too.
Yuck.
All right. Yeah. You know what? Let's just talk about the weather instead of eating this stuff this week.
That's a good plan for you.
Hi, Ben. Yeah, we'll just talk about the weather. We'll do typical small talk for about 45 minutes.
Let's just talk to the people in the chat this week. Let's do that.
I mean,
Let's just
the podcast is nothing if not small talk.
Hey, Sonia.
Small talk and terrifying Asian desserts. That's the new name of the podcast.
We're going to terrify some desserts?
The desserts are terrifying. If you want soup, we have something that's kind of like soup, but not at all like
some
soup.
of us more than others.
So yeah, just hang tight, Lily. You're gonna get some serious soup.
Hey, Lindley.
Apparently, I don't know how to pour water into a bowl, so yeah.
Yeah, you'll have to stay to the end for that, though.
I'll save what I have to say about soup for the real podcast. You guys ready to go?
I'm ready.
Yep.
No, Danny, pause this week. Amy always has to tell you to pause.
And you have to pause twice because sometimes I miss it.
I just did the pause.
Yeah, but Brian was talking, so it didn't count.
Well, that's on Brian. I paused.
Danny, good job. Congratulations on that. I knew you had it in you.
I actually paused twice. And you paused too. That's a nice job you're doing right now.
Okay. This is the Food Science Podcast. I am your host, Amy Zajac. I am here with Brian Pierce.
Hello, everyone.
And Danny Sussman.
Greetings, everybody. Happy Mother's Day before, after, or during, depending on how and when you're watching this.
Since this comes out the day after Mother's Day.
But it's on YouTube before.
Okay.
We are everywhere.
So.
We're zooming around with Zoom, so it doesn't matter the day of the week you watch, you'll still find it on YouTube.
That's true.
Or if you listen on the podcast app, you will still find us there too.
Right, but for you, it's in the past.
Yes. So with that said, we have our normal segments of news and experiences. Then we're going to have the new Chips Ahoy cookies we talked about at least once, maybe a couple times.
We might not have mentioned them.
They were news last week.
Yeah.
I think they were yours.
I've been trying to forget that they exist.
Then we have new fudge stripe cookies from Keebler.
Those seem less scary.
Yeah, those should be good.
And we have some desserts from Hong Kong where you just add water. We are going to have a shared experience amongst the three of us to start it all off, but I didn't say what that was. That'll be a surprise. But the Hong Kong desserts, you might want to stick around for. Yeah,
I mean, if you're into black sesame desserts and black bean and pine nut and walnut desserts, or, for Brian, we did get the peanut butter one.
Peanut. It's just peanut.
Oh,
peanut
sorry.
powder.
Yeah, I know. It looks like peanut butter. It's not going to be peanut butter. My heart is prepared to be disappointed.
It looks like peanut butter if your peanut butter is very strange.
I was going to say maybe it's baby food peanut butter, but we don't give babies peanuts, do we? I don't know.
They don't let me have children.
So with that said, we should probably move on to news. We were not going to speculate about baby food. That's not for us.
That's a different podcast.
Yeah. Yes, it might be Brian FaceTime, somebody in the chat is saying, but you got to wait for that.
So I've got news.
Go for it.
Remember we had the new flavors of Planters cheese balls?
Yeah.
We had the white cheddar and we had the nacho cheese. Those are back, and they're adding 2 more flavors to the cheese ball line.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to having these on the podcast. They are blazing hot.
Blazing hot. Okay.
Blazing hot cheese balls. That actually seems like if you have blazing hot balls, like,
Don't go there.
that's not good. The other ones are really not much better for Brian. They're going to be jalapeno balls.
Ooh.
So if
That's
you
for
want
me.
some jalapeno cheese balls, they're coming. They're apparently coming to Walmart first and then spreading out across the world after that.
I mean, call me old-fashioned. I don't want my balls to be aflame.
The good news is they're not just flaming, because I believe Lay's has that one. That's why they're not flaming hot, because that would be Cheetos.
Mm-hmm.
These are blazing hot because they're copying. It's an homage to flaming hot. I'm sure that's how they pitched it. It's an homage.
And they
It's
can't
not a
call
blatant
Great
ripoff.
Balls of Fire for other copyright reasons.
Yeah. So yeah, they're gonna have blazing balls. Are you looking forward to them, Amy?
I am, at least the jalapeno.
Brian?
No.
Not even a little bit?
A little.
Not even a little?
Nope. Still better than Cranch. But
Probably better than
I
Cranch.
wonder if Cranch would soothe the flame from the blazing balls.
I think it probably would.
So if you dipped your blazing balls in Cranch, is that like making the problem worse, or is that addressing the issue?
I will not dip my balls in it.
But I mean, if you've already got Cranch, does it make a difference? Is that making it better or worse? You have Cranch.
The blazing balls will probably improve the Cranch.
I mean, when you're suffering and something else bad happens, is it really that much worse? I don't know.
What other news do we have?
Yeah, I don't have any, so somebody else.
Just marginally better, maybe, there is a new kind of popcorn coming out from the makers Boom Chicka Pop. That
I
might
love
only
Boom
be
Chicka
more
Pop.
to us, but Boom Chicka Pop, they make a good popcorn. They have good flavors. They're coming out with rosé flavored popcorn.
Yeah, that just seems, I don't know. I mean, I like Boom Chicka Pop, but
And do you like rosé?
I like some rosé, but it's not my favorite.
What is your favorite?
My favorite wine is usually a red zin. It's a dark red wine.
Would you like red zin popcorn?
I don't know.
Better or worse than rosé popcorn?
Yeah, that's true.
No, they make margarita flavored things. I don't know about popcorn. I feel like they did popcorn. They definitely have jelly beans.
But margarita is basically just lime and weirdness.
Yeah, lime and tart and orange.
Yeah, I was going to say, what will rosé popcorn taste like? But I have a feeling we're going to find out.
We probably will.
It was seen at
the other
Walgreens.
Zinfandel, not the red Zinfandel. It'll taste like the other one.
I mean, I feel like it won't be in the bottom 10 or top 10 or whatever.
How many Boom Chicka Pops have you had that you can not have at the top?
That we've had that are awful.
Oh, yeah.
Boom Chicka Pop has a lot of flavors, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, this will probably be one of the worst of theirs.
Yeah.
Make no mistake.
I'm just trying to think of how that comes about. That you're in a staff meeting and someone's like, you know what, we should flavor the popcorn? Wine.
Maybe somebody.
And someone else is like, yeah, you're right, we should.
Popcorn developers just wanted a reason to drink wine at work.
Maybe,
we gotta mix them.
Maybe they were going for a water flavored one and Jesus showed up. I don't know.
That could be. That's it. You're right, Brian. Let's move on.
Was there any more news?
No, Amy had no news. I had
no news. I have no experiences. So it's all on you guys for the first 2 segments, except for a shared experience.
Okay. I have a horrible experience. It starts off good, but it takes a turn.
Oh, no. Does it involve Dairy Queen?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Your Dairy Queen, Daniel.
You went to my Dairy Queen?
I went, yes. The day that I stopped by to pick up stuff, I met someone there.
Wait, you met someone for Dairy Queen that wasn't me, even though you had just.
You were in meetings. You were in meetings.
You
that
got
morning.
what you
Remember had meetings
deserved,
all morning.
Ryan
You're like, I'm busy.
You got what you deserved.
He socially distanced from him further than he needed to.
It doesn't matter.
But
I could have been there.
Went to Dairy Queen, and it was what, noon, a little after noon. They were out of ice cream.
You know what? I was there. They were the last time I was there. They were so busy that they couldn't keep the ice cream cold. Like They were going through it so fast. But what do they have? Because that's not what they even has a microwave.
Night,
yeah.
Which is kind of like, well, why didn't you go first thing in the morning then?
So what did you have?
Hunger.
Oh, you didn't have. They have the new non-dairy dilly bar.
Yeah, they only had dilly bars, and no, we were like, mm-mm.
I'm curious about the non-dairy dilly bar.
I didn't know it was non-dairy, but that wouldn't have been a selling factor.
Well, there is the regular dilly bar still exists, but there's a new non-dairy dilly bar. You could get both and see if you can tell a difference. I
feel like I probably could.
I feel like that's a good thing to have you figure out for me. Maybe we'll make Amy do it.
Yeah, let's do that.
We'll make.
If you trust my opinion on these things.
It's not that I trust your opinion on these things. It's just that way I don't have to do it, and Brian doesn't have to do it.
Mm-hmm.
If we're going to have someone take it for the team, it should be the host.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Danny, I had another experience. Do you have any though?
I smoked a turkey today.
He put a turkey in the smoker. He didn't light it up and put his mouth to it.
No, not like puff smoke.
Not like a cigar.
No, not like a cigar. Like, I was like, oh, you know what? Well, before I go to work, just on my commute.
You smoked a turkey before work?
Well, it smoked for like 8 hours. Like,
okay, so you started it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then when I was done at work, I went back outside and I brought the turkey in, and I made some gravy with the drippings, and right now it's turning into turkey stock in my kitchen.
All right.
My home studio has a kitchen.
He didn't put any on the porch for us.
It just got done. If you want, you can have some turkey stock.
Okay.
So, I'm sorry, but was there more to the?
No, that wasn't even something. There was less.
So I had to go to Walmart again to buy things for the show, and normally whatever, like, okay.
Did it smell like weed still?
I went to a different one. It smelled more like it.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I'm so proud of the workers there, though. They all had their masks on. Most of the people there acting like fools, just running around, all in groups, not wearing masks. Like, come on.
Right, yeah.
Whatever. But yeah, like we talked about things, and people should understand, we really, really need your help for suggestions for what you want us to do, because we can't just go around shopping these days and looking and browsing. Like, I
seriously have so much more free time because I'm not going places to look for things I could potentially torture you with.
Yeah. So, like, if you have anything, please let us know, and we'll look for it. But yeah, we knew what was at Walmart and what we were looking for. So, got some things for this week, some things for future weeks. I also saw something that I didn't really think would fit for the show, but I hadn't seen it before. There is a Lay's Stacks bacon and cheddar potato skin.
That's a meat flavored potato chip.
You're right, but it's also the same thing as Tato Skins.
Sure.
It makes it the same.
Right, in desperate times, and also. Why would you have a potato skin flavored potato? That's so weird.
You can.
You're like, I want a potato skin. I mean, I suppose in these troubled times, when it's so hard to get a potato skin, if you really want one, you're like, if only there was a thing that's like a potato chip, but not quite a potato chip, that tasted like potato skin,
but not quite like potatoes.
but not quite. And Lay's was like, I got you, boo.
I'm just gonna say I opened these this afternoon, and
Are they all gone?
they're gone.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you got an empty
Welcome.
package.
This is why they're not for the podcast. He just eats them.
There's a hole in the can.
Oh, that must be the hole goes right into my mouth.
It's like my vodka glass.
But yeah, the potato skins ones I love, and these same thing. So if you like that flavor, I mean, what's not bacon, cheddar?
Thanks for sharing, Brian.
Yeah, that wasn't gonna happen.
That and I'll see you at Dairy Queen.
I shared the Sour Patch Kids Chips Ahoy.
Oh, I'm so
We're
not
not
looking
there
forward
yet.
to
We're
those.
not there yet.
Yeah, we have a question though.
Yes, we have a shared experience here.
Yeah, it's a question that like I never really wondered about until I saw it on the packaging. Are they still Twizzlers if they don't have any twists?
Are they Izzlers?
That's Izzlers, limited time only, Twizzlers without the twist, which I believe, isn't that what red vines are? Like, is this like a limited edition shot at web vines? Red vines, rather?
You know, I'm going to be honest. I don't think I've ever had red vines.
They're not
I don't.
quite red vines. I don't think they're.
They might be twisted too. But yeah, so they have these new not twisted Twizzlers.
I mean, we could twist them, but it's not the same.
And you can eat them. And you know what? When you eat them, they basically are the same.
They are the same, but they do lose texture.
Mm-hmm.
They have a different mouthfeel.
Mm-hmm. They're
I
smooth.
mean, I prefer Twizzlers to red vines in general, but I'll eat both.
Do you
They're
prefer?
still hollow.
You know what though? This is like a choking hazard because it's so smooth. I feel like if you suck on it, like right down the hatch, where the ribs in the Twizzler are for your protection. And yeah, they're still hollow like Twizzler.
Yep.
It's everything Twizzler, but no twist.
I mean, this is what I'm going to say. Licorice, red licorice at least, does not have a strong flavor. So I kind of miss having texture because I kind of like a lot going on in my mouth.
I bet you do.
So, you know, I would pick regular as opposed to.
And I did a horrible job opening these. I opened them the way Danny would.
Oh yeah, you're absolutely right. Because like, look at my package.
And when we did the pickup, I got my bag or whatever, and I'm like, Danny, you gave me a whole package. He's like, yeah, I didn't want. I didn't
want to sort that out.
So we all got a whole package.
Because you know they stick to each other when you try and pull them apart.
Yeah. Plus, honestly, I already had a package that I had opened, and then I was like, you know what? We should do this on the podcast. And rather than send you guys old Twizzlers, I was going to get one more, and I'm like, I'll just get.
They smell great. When you open the package, it smells great. But
It smells like Twizzlers.
I don't know. It feels like it's missing something.
Yeah. I mean, I like them. I love Twizzlers.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I never buy Twizzlers, but I always enjoy them when, like, someone leaves them out.
Yeah.
And I prefer the full-length Twizzlers to the little bits or the nibs.
You know what? I like the like really skinny, like the rope ones. They're not a Twizzler brand, but you know the like the ones you like unstring off the. Brian's looking at me like I'm from another planet.
Keep talking. I don't like. I'm thinking of like the candy on it, like the necklace.
Yeah, no, like it's like the red licorice strings where you would get like it would look like a cord.
They're tiny little strings wrapped around each other like a rope.
Yeah,
and they're a little bit softer.
And then you pull one off, and you have one, and then you pull another one off.
Okay. Yep. I'm with you.
I always like those.
But yeah, we're hearing it. It looks like a sweet tarp rope or a nerd's rope, you know, without the candy on them. Yeah, that's a fair assessment.
Yeah. Wait a second. In the chat, drinking Sprite or 7-Up through a Twizzler like it's a straw?
I was thinking Coca-Cola myself, but yeah, that's a thing.
You've done that?
Mm-hmm. You haven't?
It's never occurred to me.
I think even I've done that.
Well, I'm going to be fancy. I have.
What else are you doing with your hole there?
I have some San Pellegrino. Some do like fancy straw. It's clogged.
Of course it is.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
just
a
gonna have
very
my
small
brain
hole.
explode. That's not gonna
It's
work.
tight.
Maybe another time. That can be my food experience because we're running out of things to talk about.
Shall we move on to the cookie patch with the Sour
Sure.
Patch?
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'll have to sit here
Looking
eating
at these,
Twizzlers and
now
trying to
these
swallow
are
them.
not well. Okay, they're Chips Ahoy with Sour Patch in them, but there are
Here.
also things that look like chocolate chips, but not chocolate.
Yeah, so officially,
Tricks?
these are Chips Ahoy with Sour Patch Kids. And it definitely looks like they've taken the Sour Patch Kids and just ground them up in an act of Sour Kid murder and blended them into the chips and the cookie.
And somehow it smells like Trix or Kick cereal. I can't quite.
I'm not excited about this.
It's all right.
No, it's not.
If you get the big piece of the really soft melt on your tongue, Sour Patch.
This is like Fruity Pebbles threw up on my cookie and I ate it.
So I gave one of these to my niece who is 20 years old, so not a kid. We were able to grow up together. It's nice when a uncle and niece can grow up together. But she said, and I said, don't give me too much, but what do you think? And she's like, I've never had anything that tasted so bad, but I didn't want to spit it out. And I kind of get that.
I'm trying
Because
to
a cookie
unpack
should
that
not taste
statement
like
because
this.
it's a family podcast.
But it isn't awful.
It's not. It's not bad.
A cookie should
Fruity
not
Pebbles.
taste like sour Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah, it's like sour Fruity Pebbles. The problem is that like the little Sour Patch nuggets get stuck in your teeth.
If these were in front of me as these are, I would keep eating them. I wouldn't go buy them, but if somehow they were in front of me somewhere.
I would rather make Rice Krispie treats and use Fruity Pebbles instead of Rice Krispies. I would get a similar but much better flavor.
No, I think the Sour Patch pieces in a Rice Krispie treat could work.
Yeah. I bet if you did like Rice Krispies and Fruity Pebbles and mixed them together and made that a Rice Krispie treat, but now with Fruity Pebbles mixed in, I know you're crossing the brands, but I think that would be good. That's what this should be.
Guess what? We have more cookies.
We do have more cookies.
Yeah, the other ones should be better.
These
Well,
are
I
new
can't-
kinds of fudge stripe. We have the strawberry shortcake.
These are all special batch. They don't call them limited edition. They call them special batch. So that's because they also include memos from elves on the side of the package. And hot fudge sundae.
So I have the strawberry. Is that what?
Okay.
Sure.
Now these smell like strawberry quick. So I'm expecting a fake strawberry taste here.
So yeah, when you think of strawberry shortcake, do you think of Strawberry Quick, the cartoon character, or Angel Food Cake and real strawberries?
Yeah, I think of like angel food cake and strawberries.
I don't think this is going to be that.
Or like a strawberry jello poke cake.
I've even had biscuits with strawberries and cream or pound cake with strawberries and cream, but it doesn't even quite smell like Quick.
Do they still call these fudge stripes?
Yes.
There's no fudge in them.
No. There's not much strawberry either.
No, I mean, it's very fake strawberry. It is definitely Strawberry Quick.
Might be good dunked in milk.
I don't like it.
Pass on these.
Yeah. But it's fruit and dessert.
It's nice to have a healthy option,
That's true.
but
But if my strawberries were this color, I'd be worried about my strawberries.
I can like fake strawberry flavoring, but I don't know. This doesn't even really have much flavor to me.
No. Fake peach. Fake peach is the way to go.
All right. Now I'm really curious about the hot fudge sundae cookies because how are they getting a hot fudge sundae?
Do you like hot fudge sundaes?
What? Hi,
It
I'm
more like your
Brian.
traditional fudge stripe.
What? Why would you add?
I was reflecting on that,
Dad
preparing
asked
for
if
this
I'd heard of
episode.
Cheetos.
I don't like hot fudge sundaes
How do you not like hot fudge sundaes?
because I thought about this. I was really processing it in my head. I was like, you know what? I don't think hot fudge sundaes are that good. Because if I wanted chocolatey ice cream, I would just get chocolate ice cream. I would much rather, and the hot fudge is almost always so hot it melts my ice cream or it becomes a gloppy mess.
You need it to melt some of the ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
So
But
then
if
you
I'm
can
gonna
make a
have
nice
something to do
slurry of
that-
it.
But then I just end up with chocolate ice cream. I would rather have peanut butter sauce or marshmallow sauce or caramel or something else that I can't just get as an ice cream flavor.
No,
Well,
I
one
get
of the
what you're
better ways
saying.
to do the hot fudge sundaes, you take the big tall sundae glass and put the hot fudge on the side of it, then put the ice cream in it.
Yeah, but then you're
Scrape
still
it,
getting
spoon
back
down
to
and
just
get the
having
fudge.
chocolate ice cream.
No. See, for me,
And then your fudge isn't hot.
at the buffet, when you can get the other add-ins like the Oreo pieces or M&Ms or whatever, that's where it really comes into.
But then it's not a hot fudge sundae anymore.
No, I
Then
think
it's like
it
an
is just
Oreo.
a
So it's not
different
really
one.
about the hot fudge. And I would argue you'd be better off with marshmallow topping with all of those things.
You know what came up in my time hop? We're just
What's
going to
that?
reminisce for a minute.
Sure, take us
A
back
year
to
I'll eat the
ago-
cookie while you talk.
When we were at the buffet and they had the huge muffins and I ate out the middle and I made a sundae out of the muffin.
Oh yeah, see.
That was so good.
You
Okay,
get it.
we can move on now.
These, by the way, these are not just regular fudge stripes because they have sprinkles just barely hidden inside the cookie.
I was just biting into those. It's more of a cocoa-y fudge flavor or chocolate flavor than the traditional fudge stripe.
I was just thinking, I don't know what a fudge stripe should taste like to know if this is different.
Fudge stripe usually tastes more like chocolate than fudge.
Yeah, this tastes like fudge. It tastes like hot fudge.
Hmm.
I don't think the sprinkles can make it a sundae.
Right. There should be a cherry on top and whipped cream.
I like rainbow sprinkles on my sundae.
But what are the sprinkles adding to the cookie?
Texture?
No.
Yeah, they crunch different than the cookie.
Do they? Maybe I'm just an animal. And I did once have a dentist tell me I have a strong mouth. So maybe I'm just like chewing so hard that I'm just pulverizing the sprinkles before I can detect their texture.
Are you sure
Because
they didn't mean like big mouth and English was their second language?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, this is a fine cookie. I would definitely eat the whole package of them.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, these are pretty good.
Let's combine.
Oh, you're making a strawberry sundae.
Having the two together brought out the strawberry flavor more.
Put one of the Chips Ahoy in with them.
No.
Yeah, I approve of the mix.
Yeah. No, that's actually solid.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just reading the chat here. At Dairy Queen, replace the middle fudge section of a peanut butter parfait with caramel.
I was just
Yeah.
reading
That sounds
too. That
good.
sounds good.
Yeah. Always replace the hot fudge. That's your lesson from this week.
Or with peanut butter, if you will.
Yeah, that would be better too. Everything's better than hot fudge.
Nah,
I don't know about the
Except-
things we have yet to eat.
You know what's not better than hot fudge? I suspect.
durian.
Well, that for sure. But these instant desserts, we have 3 flavors as Amy is showing the camera. If you
Okay,
hold it
which
up a
one are
little
we
bit, you
gonna
can
go
even
with
read
first?
it. We have the instant peanut dessert. So these are powdered dessert. These are powders that we added hot water to and stirred. There is walnut, which is actually black bean, pine nut, and walnut. And the one I'm personally looking forward to the most, which is black sesame paste.
Now we have to say there's inconsistent thickening thick textures.
Consistencies.
I don't know how to describe it with each of
Inconsistent
these.
consistencies.
It did say, it kind of made it sound like on the packaging we should eat this hot. I don't know that it's going to make a difference.
My peanut one is pure liquid for those that are watching. Those that are listening, sorry, it's pure liquid.
My peanut is thick.
My peanut is water.
Wondering.
Where's my
My,
black
uh,
sesame? I can hold completely sideways. And
My
mouth.
black bean and pine nut walnut. That one's a little liquidy.
Although you
I
can
have a
slowly
little
watch
bit
it
of
move
sour.
down the bowl here.
And
Also,
my
these
black
were-
sesame is basically sludge.
Are these from Hong Kong? Is that what we
These
said?
were manufactured in Hong Kong. We got them at one of our local Asian markets. There were other flavors, but Brian was with me when we bought these. And we decided if we got 3, these would be fun to play our game with. And so
Shall
here
we start with the peanut butter?
Peanut.
Peanut? Yeah, that's right.
Peanut.
Powdered
Okay.
peanut.
The peanut paste powder. That's what the package says.
I feel like I have porridge here.
Kind of tastes like ground up peanuts and water. Right?
It tastes like really bad elementary school cafeteria peanut butter.
It tastes like peanut sauce for your Sundae, but like when you went to the super cheap buffet and they watered down all the sauces.
Mm-hmm.
To me, it just tastes like peanuts and water.
That's okay. Are you still on peanut there, Brian?
Yeah.
I was
I'm just
moving
worried
to
this is going to be
walnut.
the best.
I don't think it's not too bad. I mean, like it's kind of sweet.
Yeah, it's reminiscent of peanut butter.
Yeah.
This is a thumb sideways for me.
Yeah. I mean, it's a thumb slightly up, maybe hot. I don't think I would crave it.
This is as much as you get from me. You're not getting the
I'm
full.
kinda-
What about
Mm.
black bean, pine nut, and walnut?
The
This
thumb
one's really
thing-
speckled too.
Yeah, I'm gonna try the walnut. It's a little bit thicker than the peanut.
Mm.
Not much.
Okay, should we go to the walnut next? Is that what?
Yeah, I'm in. I'm in the walnut.
No, no, I don't like it.
This would be better hotter.
Ugh.
I don't like it.
As a thick walnut soup, but I'm also a glutton for punishment.
I'm moving the peanut and the walnut far away from me.
Cool.
I don't like it.
You have to chew it though. It has little bits of.
It
A
does. It
walnut.
has bits of nuts and beans and stuff.
I can't even. Mm-mm.
That one also would be better hotter.
So mine has the texture of mashed potatoes,
Well, mine is not quite that.
like very runny mashed potatoes. That's not helping.
I'm just thinking of this time when I'm an old man and I have no teeth and I can't eat my beloved nuts. And this is the only way I can consume walnuts and peanuts. And it gives me hope for that time.
I think we need to go for the stuff that doesn't come off the spoon.
Oh, this one scares me the most.
Black sesame.
Why,
It really
Brian?
smells like sesame. Mine doesn't even do that.
Oh.
It's oh there. Whoops. There. It finally came off the spoon. Okay, that one's better.
Mine's thicker, but it looks like, you know how sometimes you eat too much like spicy Mexican food?
I'm not going there.
I'm just saying it looks like the black beans.
I'm just trying to understand this. I love black sesame stuff. This is what kind of like confusing my brain.
Yeah, this is not what I expected, especially after the other two, and especially since I can hold the spoon upside down and it doesn't come out.
Amy, you are missing some Brian face. I think Brian might pick the cranch.
No. But okay, so when you're eating a sesame seed bun and it kind of tastes a little bit like, you know, the sesame flavor, and you're like, okay, like I get a hint of that, that's enough. You don't want the whole thing to taste like the sesame seed.
Now,
You could figure out if these would be good on something.
one of my favorite, if I actually, Amy, that was kind of, I was going down this road a little bit. One of my favorite things at a Chinese restaurant is their sesame noodles. They're cold sesame noodles, which is basically like a room temperature noodle in like a peanut butter sesame paste. This is a lot like that. I actually bet if you added a little bit of sriracha to this, it would be magical.
So I get some sweetness out of the sesame.
Yeah, it's a little sweet,
Yeah.
a little savory. If you give that a little heat. I mean, when we play FMK, I don't know that I can.
Look at Brian.
I don't think it's my forever instant dessert.
Like,
Heather wishes we have a happy ending.
No.
No happy ending. We're staying like this. That's.
You can eat more cookies.
We had some Japanese Kit Kats we were thinking about maybe tasting, but I don't think they're going to be that much better.
Oh, you can say, let me get just a little more solid here.
I'm having more cookie.
Brian put the spoon down.
Okay, so we had the what? We had the sesame, we had the
peanut, and the walnut.
And,
We're playing our game.
Like the saucy sauces, we're gonna have to marry one and frolic with one.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you do have to murder one. You should not be comfortable with the idea of murder, Brian.
I'm getting more comfortable every week.
I know, it's kind of scary. I mean, at some level, I'm kind of happy that you won't go with me to Dairy Queen because I wonder if I'm gonna like end up in a freezer.
You just got to make sure I don't go with 3 people, because then
I mean, as long as like I'm the cutest, it might be okay.
Who am I gonna take?
I don't know who you hang out with.
I have no idea on this one, folks.
Oh, really?
First, because I'm the host and it never takes me long.
You could, while we do this, Brian, you can just mix all of these together.
I'm going to frolic with the peanut powder because I like peanuts, and this tastes a lot like peanuts. It just tastes like a bad form of peanuts. So I could, try it once, play a little bit, and move on. I'm going to marry the black sesame. It's actually the sweetest, and even though it's the gloppiest, that means it's got some staying power. It sticks around.
Mm-hmm.
Which means I'm killing the walnut, because I hated the walnut anyway, and the walnut I killed a long time ago. And I know it's walnut, black bean, and pine nut, and those are all individually legumes I like, but not in this form.
We're getting a "don't do it" in the chat. I think that maybe
that was for mixing all of them together.
Yeah.
Sorry, Caroline.
Danny, are you sucking them up through the straw?
I'm trying to make a straw for my sample.
Oh, I thought you were trying to get the puddings, the desserts through your Twizzlers.
I drink water too fast for that really to be effective, but I have now tried the Izzlers straw. Are you ready, Brian? You want me to go?
I think I can go. Okay. So I have to marry the peanut.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have to. It's not a shotgun wedding situation.
You and the peanut didn't do something that's going to create there's a little like a baby peanut.
Oh heavens, no. We're gonna save it till marriage, and even then, yeah, because it reminds me of my love peanut butter. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like, when you see someone who is like advanced in age and you see a picture of them when they were younger, you're like, oh, you know what? I can really see the beauty you have now, but also in your youth. Well, this one, I'm just going to try and imagine this peanut in its youth, or maybe just someone else altogether. I don't know. But yeah, it's reminiscent of something that I do care about.
Right.
So because I have to. Yep, that's
right. This reminiscing is going to come up in mine too. Not the exact same way though.
You know what? I'm going to have to frolic with the walnut.
Ooh.
Because, It had that little extra. I already said I like a lot going on in my mouth, so that one at least had the different textures. It had the nuts going on.
And by always said, you mean since the start of this episode?
Yeah, since like 10 minutes ago.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'll frolic. I'll frolic with the nut. I'll frolic with that walnut one. It's gonna be instant regret. I might not even make it through. It might just be like a quick handhold and then like, ew, you have cooties.
It's gonna be a quick nut.
It's a very quick nut, the quickest nut. Yeah, and then I'm gonna kill the sesame seed because closed sesame. That just.
I mean, of them, it does look the most like something that is dead and rotting.
Yes, and something that you would find growing in your toilet.
It looks like the tar pit that killed Tasha Yar on Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Oh, spoilers.
Yeah. Okay.
For a show that's 30 years old, I don't care.
I was just gonna watch that one. All through season 1.
Ruined.
Well, I lied anyway, so it doesn't matter.
It's the tar pit that got the saber-toothed tigers. Spoiler alert.
Yes.
Okay. I am going to kill the walnut. It's the one that reminded me the most of my old age. Of like, it's the one where it's like, oh, when I'm old and I want walnuts. So it's basically like already dead. Like I imagine when you're dead and you're craving nuts, this is what they feed you.
I don't know if ghosts do that.
You don't know that they don't.
You know what? I don't. Maybe that's why some of them are in a bad mood because they can't get nuts.
Yeah. That when you're like, you know what? I can go for a walnut. They see the nutcrackers and they're like, yeah. And then they're like, here you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Angry ghosts. You were talking about reminiscing, right? Mm-hmm. And you ever like, you're with somebody and they break your heart and you long for them. Ooh. And then somebody else comes along who like kind of reminds you of that person who you really wanted. And you're like, I bet if I just squint hard enough and have sex with you, that it'll be like the person who I loved. That ever happened to you?
I don't think most people are that like self-aware, but
yeah, neither am I. It's never happened to me, but I'd imagine it's a thing that could happen. I'd imagine it's a thing that could happen. And that's how I feel about Black Sesame and my beloved Sesame Noodles. If my Sesame Noodles left me forever and I was really, really missing them and I saw this, I would be like, oh, you remind me so much of Sesame Noodles. Like, for this moment, it's going to feel really special, but then you're disgusting, be gone. And that would be my frolic.
Yeah. And
that's why I'm frolicking with the sesame. And my sister's in the chat says, I said very clearly that it never happened to me. I was wondering if maybe it had happened to them.
He was talking about Amy, just, let her family. We can say that.
Yeah, absolutely. The loves and the near loves and the reminiscent.
Every week she's saying about transferring feelings from one person to another.
Yeah, just project.
Look at you guys sideways. You look like people I love.
Wait, sideways we look dead. Anyway.
Well, she's just talking about giving us the side eye again.
Oh, that happens. Anyways, I'm going to marry the peanut butter because if I'm old and decrepit, this is the one I want here with me. If I ever get to a point where I can't chew peanuts or peanut butter is just too dry that like I can't manage to swallow it, but I'm still like if I'm on a liquid diet and I still need peanut butter, this one's going to be here for me through all of those trials and like if someone breaks my jaw.
Don't worry about, because as long as I'm around, I will blend Reese's for you.
Well, if you don't,
no, like when you need it, you don't need that. I'm not your manservant right now, but someday when you need
that. But someday you'll be my manservant.
Gosh, I did just say that, didn't I?
You kind of remind me of somebody from my past.
Yeah, squint real hard.
Anyways, I'm going to marry
Okay,
the
then.
peanut. I worked with somebody who felt like they wouldn't feed their child things that they wouldn't eat themselves. And so they would blend up McDonald's cheeseburgers into baby food and feed them.
No.
Or like blend up McDonald's French fries. Like, I love McDonald's. Like, I wouldn't feed my kids something I wouldn't eat myself. I wouldn't eat that baby food. I'd eat a cheeseburger though. Here you go, kiddo.
That is
Turned out
both
fine.
awesome parenting and horrible parenting at the same time.
Well, Brian, if you're ever
Not so
entrusted
good.
with the care of a child, you can try it.
Which
No.
Let us know how it goes. If that ever
Okay.
happens.
Okay, on that note,
I'm gonna have my Izzler like a cigar now.
on that
You know what?
note, I
Wait,
think
before we leave, I'm just gonna say, give a plug for our YouTube. I mixed all of them together. I'm gonna try and chug them on the after party here.
Oh God, Brian, no.
that made me gag, and I haven't even done it.
So we'll see. I don't know. I'm not gonna promise anything that I can finish. I'm gonna try it.
Okay, on that note, we'll say goodbye, podcast. Thanks for listening. Have a great week or two or one or whatever.
We'll see you next time, folks. How about that?
Yeah. Why am I
Bye.
waving at the podcast?
Bye. Oh, you know,
Okay,
I should try to get a
YouTube.
picture of this first.
You heard Brian.
Do
This
you like
is
swirl them? Is it a
so
swirl or is it
nasty.
already combined?
Oh, this looks so nasty.
Do you have like a kaleidoscope of colors, or is it purely blended?
It's like beige with black chunks popping up.
Yeah. And to my
Oh.
sister, I'd imagine you've heard and know worse things. I know enough about your childhood to know that this can't possibly. Worse must have happened.
So I gotta stir it a little bit here first. Oh, okay. This got thicker as I did that.
I see Major Brian face coming. Yes, Lily.
Okay. All
I
right.
just hope there's
Daddy's
not a
already
precedent.
shooting his vision.
Can we see the bowl?
No, because it's liquid. I would spill it. I mean, it's full though. Let's see. Yeah, it's
No, I bet if you said I don't know, it would all just dump on your head.
yeah, that would be better. Maybe it's a laptop, so maybe I can.
Maybe it's a
Oh
laptop.
God.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
Brian,
not
don't
good.
do it.
Oh, nope, it's not. Oh,
He's gonna turn into
Okay.
Batman. No, we gotta see your face for this though.
okay. No. I was just showing how
Just
full
showing
it
us what
is.
it looks like liquidy pea soup.
Looks like something. Okay.
Oh my
Oh
God.
God, how much are you taking?
He said he was gonna chug the whole thing.
Oh,
You know what? Don't do shots of things that have walnuts in them.
Do you have an allergy?
No.
Good, because I stole your EpiPens.
Oh.
that's a lot of liquid.
Okay, there's just a little bit left.
Oh my God. I'm not doing that.
Brian, you should join the competitive eating circuit because if you can do that,
That does not look good.
Ugh.
do you have like a secret second stomach that like you can just pour things directly into?
No, you know what? On Friday nights, some people, do tequila. I do pudding.
It's not
was
even
it better than
pudding.
durian?
I know how to party.
Yeah, you do.
Was it better than durian?
Oh yeah.
It looks worse than durian,
It
but I
looks
can't
worse
stand
than durian.
durian.
It's better than durian.
Yeah, I think Heather in the chat had it right. That looked like poo juice. Maybe that's what you're into.
Yeah, you know what? We all have our things, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna have my fancy water now.
And I'll have my Diet Coke.
Well,
What-
Thanks for joining, YouTube.
The puddings that were thick though, like how was the texture? Because a lot of it was gritty for me.
It was probably the same as your liquid, but thicker.
The
Like there's,
texture, yeah, the black sesame was smooth,
it's just like a thick. It's like a gel.
like a thick pudding.
Yeah, but not pudding because it's not creamy.
Mm-mm.
Well, no, there's no milk.
Not creamy at all.
That texture.
No, it's. I'm trying to think of what else would be thick and gelatinous, but smooth and like grainy.
Well, poo juice.
This is smooth. It's not grainy, but the walnut was very grainy.
Like mine, you can
That looks so awful.
you can see all of like the little ground up
I got
sesame bit.
really, really really thick and gloppy. It really didn't. Pretend that's chocolate when you look at it.
Don't do that. Don't pretend it's chocolate.
No, just when you look at it, not when you taste
Oh.
it.
Well,
Okay.
anyone on YouTube have questions?
We
Any
scared them off.
suggestions? Email us, text us, message us. If there's things you think we should try or questions you have for us.
Yeah.
We could do a whole segment of just taking your questions.
Yeah, early on we got a whole bunch of questions, and we did a segment.
We stopped asking for questions because
Like we crowdsourced, like we went out to the people and said, "What do you want us? What do you want us to?
what do you want to know?
Store-bought hot fudge before you heat it?"
Oh no,
that's what
she's
that
saying
looks
buy
like.
go
Yeah,
to the
that could
store,
be.
buy hot fudge. but eat it
Oh,
cold.
yeah, yep.
Yeah, that could be like hot fudge before you heat it, I suppose.
I think that's just called chocolate.
Well, it's not hot.
Oh, that's the
No, it's cold fudge.
Yeah, there you go.
But Amy's stuff is like it's kind of the texture of that cold. It would be like a hot fudge. They're saying that's what it looked like is the hot fudge before it's heated. It's kind of that consistency. It's thick.
Yeah, I'm really not going to eat it again.
I know, I can
Maybe
tell.
I actually had friends join. I am going to eat it again. This is a dessert from Hong Kong, and this is black sesame for my friends who just joined.
Will I continue to go on cruises after all of this? Yes, absolutely. Because if
I know
you've ever been on a cruise, you know that they sanitize like no other place does. The outbreak rate on a cruise ship is actually lower than like, I don't know, a nursing home.
It's getting a skin on it like pudding does.
Yeah.
I had no skin on mine. But Danny, it's hard to say right now, but what's the earliest you see yourself right now that you would go on a cruise?
I don't know. It depends on how things play out and how cheap they make it. I will say this,
For a while.
Royal Caribbean, they like your room key card that you charge everything on. It's called your Sea Pass. They have like this multi-purpose space that's like for like bumper cars and trapeze and laser tag, and they call that the Seaplex. They call stuff sea things. They have they just trademarked a name for a mask called a sea face, so that you could put your sea face on.
I will go on cruises again, and I will go to Vegas again, but I don't know exactly.
Lily wants to talk about our hair.
Yep, I have not had a haircut since January, and I don't know how it looks good, but thank you, Lily.
One, I had a fan like 2 years ago. I had a great hair year. I was complimented twice that year on my hair by strangers. One of them was like I was on the local news, and the reporters interviewed me. I'm like, I gotta go get a haircut, and she was like, "Why are you going to get your hair cut? Your hair looks fly." And I was like, "That's a cool compliment."
Last week as in 1992?
No, like 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
My hair looked fly.
These were bangs at one point.
And then the other one, we were at a restaurant, and you know how like sometimes the host plays cool and is like, "Oh, I don't need your name. I'll just get you when your table's ready." But the hosts are human and they can't remember everything. So I went to the host stand while he was seating people, and I looked at his notes, and it said, brown coat, nice hair. And that was me. I actually lucked out. Well, one, Brandy, my stylist, is aces. If you need your haircut, she does a great job, and she needs support. But I actually got my haircut like less than a week before the order was put in, saying no more haircuts. Right, the salons had to close, and I had one scheduled that I rescheduled. And as of now, the order to keep hair salons closed expires, I think, May 17th. And it just so happens I have an appointment for a haircut on May 18th.
Hey. And for
so
me,
my hair will continue to look fly.
My hair is cut so short that it goes from a buzz cut to something spikier. And now it's almost getting to the point where I could style it a little bit. So,
are you able to get in touch with your stylist, Brian?
What's that?
Are you able to get in touch with your stylist?
Oh yeah, we're very close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who? Yeah. Brian cuts his own hair.
Yeah, it's. I mean, do I need to go anywhere for this? No.
I do. When you have like this.
The weekend we
Oh.
went, we start like, let's see, 17th. Anyway, one of the last weekends in March is when I originally had my hair appointment, which was 7 weeks after my last one. So that got canceled. So I've not had a hair appointment since January.
Should I tell the story of how I get my hair product?
Do we think that's interesting?
It is interesting. I one time was at Menards, which for people who aren't from the Midwest, it's like Home Depot or Lowe's, except they have like a food section and random things. And they had some hair product from Lush, like the bath bomb people, marked like $3 a container. And I was like, I hair product. I wonder if this stuff from Lush is any good. And I loved it. But I happened to be at a bar and I was talking to the bartender about my $3 Lush. And she was like, what? No, I have my other job is at Lush. And that stuff isn't sold anywhere. I'm like, really? Because I got some at Menards. And she's like, which one? And I told her, and she's like, oh my God, my store just accessed a bunch of that stuff, like threw it out. And one of my coworkers, her boyfriend, is a manager at Menards. And they realized that they took the excess stuff and like started selling, like she made some deal with him that instead of being thrown, I got sold at Menards. Anyway, ever since then, I have used this Lush hair cream, but I'm not secure enough in who I am to walk into a Lush store and be like, excuse me, I would like my hair cream. So I used to send other people in to get it for me, but now I order it and I was concerned. So I actually just got some in the mail. So I have the box from Lush.
And then it comes with free snacks too.
And it does, right, because we've had it on the podcast.
Oh, these,
Comes
yeah.
with free snacks. They use biodegradable cornstarch packing peanuts.
Those are packing peanuts, and Danny showed them what we can do.
And what you can do.
We have all done this for the
They're pretty
podcast.
Good. It'll actually dissolve on your tongue.
When I tell people I've eaten packing peanuts for the podcast, like, what?
For a while, we had the bar of, is it better than a packing peanut?
Gum. They're actually
So many
surprisingly
things are
good.
better
They're
than
like
a packing
Cheetos
peanut.
without the Cheeto.
Yeah, durian wasn't.
No.
Saucy sauces are not.
Anyways, there's a treat for you.
Well, treat for you.
That was so entertaining.
For the 8 people that stuck around, you got to watch me eat packing peanuts. On that note, I'm going to wash
On that note, we will bid adieu.
I think I need to throw my bowls out here. I don't know.
I thought you
I
were
think I'm
going
going to go
something
snack
else
on some
after throw.
packing peanuts.
Well,
Bye, everybody.
bye
Thanks for
everyone.